Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo! Hey. Yeah.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Man, I'm telling you right now, the drama just gets deeper and deeper when it comes to Tyson Fury. Scandal after scandal. I mean, if you think about everything that's taking place that's surrounding Tyson Fury, and you look at all the stories, it has all the ingredients to make the best documentary, doesn't it? I mean, you got the glove scandal, the cover-up of the glove scandal, testing positive for PEDs, and then the allegations of paying someone off to lie about why he failed the PED test. And now you got something straight out of a mafia movie, where the witness who was supposed to testify against Tyson Fury is now withdrawing his testimony. He no longer wants to cooperate when it comes to testifying against Tyson Fury. Matter of fact, his exact words explaining why he no longer wants to cooperate, this is what he had to say, quote, "I've had nothing but problems right from the beginning of this, and I don't want to get involved," end quote. What does that sound like to you guys? I've had problems from the beginning with this, and I no longer want to get involved. This is a script straight out of a mafia movie, hands down. Now, for some of you guys who haven't been following this story, let me go ahead and give you the backstory. Okay, so Martin Carefoot, he's the witness that I'm talking about that is refusing to now testify against Tyson Fury. Now, Martin Carefoot, he had claimed that he was a wild boar farmer. And when Tyson Fury tested positive for PEDs, his excuse, him and his cousin, Huey Fury, their excuse was they were eating wild boar, and that's how they tested positive for steroids. That's where this farmer comes in, where he claims that Tyson Fury asked him to basically lie and tell the commission that he was providing boar to Tyson Fury and Huey Fury a couple times a week, obviously to help Tyson Fury and prevent him from getting some type of long ban from the sport, some long suspension from the sport. And it pretty much worked, because they ended up giving Tyson Fury a slap on the wrist where they gave him a backdated suspension. So really, he didn't even do any time because it was backdated. Now, what's really interesting about this is when Martin Carefoot was saying all of this stuff to defend Tyson Fury, saying that yes, he was providing him with boar, etc., 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 what happened was that actually made it more difficult for him to continue to lie, because then he was asked to provide pictures of his farm with the boar there, and it had to be uncastrated boars. And Martin Carefoot couldn't provide this, and he explained why later on. He said, and I quote, "I never kept wild boar. I have never killed a wild boar. The closest I've ever got to a wild boar is when we once got some from a customer in a shop, and I actually chopped it up, and that's the closest I've ever come." Now, keep in mind, guys, he had made two statements that he sent out in Tyson Fury's defense, claiming he was providing Team Tyson, Team Fury, with wild boar. In the two statements he sent out to help Tyson Fury, he also sent pictures of him at the farm with some wild boar. But later on, he would confess the photographs he sent to the lawyers were actually taken not at his farm, but at a nearby Bowling Wild Boar Park. So basically, it was a park for wild boar. But keep in mind, when he sent these pictures out to the British Boxing Board, he left the impression that it was his farm. It was his farm, and those were his wild boar. Now, this is really important to note. Notice that when Mr. Carefoot, when he confesses to lying about, being paid off to lie and say that he sent them, or he was providing Tyson Fury wild boar, when he confesses and says that that was all a lie, he goes into complete detail, telling people, I don't even have wild boar. I never killed a wild boar, and then he goes on and on and on, right? But notice, once he decides to withdraw from his allegations, he doesn't go into detail anymore. The only thing he says is, I've been having problems with this whole situation since the beginning, which is an obvious indication that someone got to him. Someone reached out to him and they made sure this problem went away. But I don't know, man. I think this just may make the problem worse for Tyson Fury because there's too much covering up. There's just too many inconsistencies when it comes to this whole situation with Tyson Fury. And like I always tell you, eventually that truth is going to come to light. But let me tell you how good Tyson Fury's Hope Insurance is. Tyson Fury's Hope Insurance is so good that none of the boxing websites, the big boxing websites in the United States, none of them even covered the story when the farmer came out and accused Tyson Fury of paying him $25,000 or 25,000 pounds to lie about sending him some meat just so he can get past this PED test that he tested positive for. And keep in mind, this is their job. Their job is to cover the biggest stories in boxing. This wasn't speculation. This wasn't a rumor. It was a fact that this person was going to testify against Tyson Fury to claim that Tyson Fury paid him to lie. Bribery, right? What's really interesting is what you'll notice is the only time any of the big boxing websites will cover the story is if there's a way to defend Tyson Fury. And that's exactly what they did in this story. Once again, they never reported the fact that the farmer came out and accused Tyson Fury of bribery. But all of a sudden, once they find out that the farmer has withdrawn his allegations, now they're reporting on it. But their titles of their articles are saying Tyson Fury now cleared because farmer withdraws allegations. Just that title alone sounds like they're just celebrating that Tyson may be out of the hot water. So the question is, how do you report on a story without reporting the backstory so people even know what you're talking about? It's kind of like someone making two movies at the same time, part one and part two. But for some reason, they decide to release part two and never show people part one of the movie. Now, don't get me wrong, they'll give a little summary, an article, and explain how we got to this point to where the farmer is now once again withdrawing his allegations. But still, my point is there should have been articles out when the farmer first came out and made the allegations. So I'm telling you, man, everything that's going on, this is just making the situation worse for Tyson Fury. But I guess the good news, at least for now, is he can still end up fighting Anthony Joshua in the UK because that's what this was really all about. If this farmer were to testify, there would be a good chance that Tyson Fury, he could get an 8-year suspension from the sport of boxing. But that would only be in the UK, which means Tyson and Anthony Joshua would have lost a whole lot of money if they couldn't host this fight in the biggest arena that holds almost 100,000 seats in the UK. So they had to secure that fight. They had to secure all of that money Tyson Fury stands to make, which means they either paid off Carefoot, gave him the money that they actually owed him and probably some more, or they didn't give him any money and they just threatened him and he backed off. But either way, there was some intimidation. It's obvious, it's quite clear just off of Carefoot's response explaining why he's withdrawing his allegations. Now, this is something that I can guarantee you guys right now. More is going to come out. More is going to continue to come out when it comes to Tyson Fury. Because when there's smoke, there is fire. And I'm telling you right now, this fire is getting bigger and bigger when it comes to Tyson Fury. I'll close out with saying this though. I don't even think they really need it. I mean, of course, that would be the smoking gun, getting Carefoot's testimony. But when you look at the picture of Carefoot at this wild boar park, if even that alone can be proven, if that is an actual picture of him being at some zoo, basically, a wild boar park, that alone would prove that Carefoot, he lied. And if there's proof that he lied about the pictures that he sent to the boxing board, then that means there's proof that he actually did lie for Tyson Fury. I'm gonna keep following the story. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. You know, I always say on this channel, pay-per-view fights should actually be free. And now the day has come where I'm about to hook you up with an app where you can watch all your pay-per-view events, boxing, UFC, etc. for free. I want to introduce Block TV. the best internet streaming television app out there. They provide over 3,600 channels including HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Starz. They have a massive video on demand library with over 40,000 of the new release movies and the latest TV series. And it also includes DVR, so you're getting all of this for $34.99 a month, and once again, that includes free pay-per-view. So this one right here is a no-brainer, guys, because back in Las Vegas, I was paying damn near $200 a month for my cable. Those days are long gone now. So to get the app, make sure you guys go over to getblocktv.com and put in my promo code and get 30% off your first month. You also get a free month for every friend you refer. The promo code is DBNation.